Welcome to guided mindfulness meditation. We will observe what we see, hear, and feel internally and externally around us. Together, learning not to draw in these senses completely, but staying mindful through our breath as an anchor. For me, I love this meditation on how it recenters and brings back from the automatism which we have around us. A beautiful feeling, truly to be here and now. Also, this is a very good meditation when it's hard to focus only on breath and we are more prone on noticing things. Before we start, if you see value in our content, you can help us to grow by pressing subscribe button if you haven't already, down below at the right corner. And whenever you feel ready, let's begin. Let's begin in a seated, comfortable position with crossed legs, or maybe kneeling position, or maybe on a chair, wherever is comfortable for you. Our main goal is to have our back straight. Let's draw our shoulders back and open our heart. Let's lengthen the spine, vertebra by vertebra, from the hips up to the upper back, through the neck, and up to the crown of the head. Let's feel our body areas touching the ground or the chair or another surface we have at the moment. And let's start feeling our deep breaths in and out. Observing where we feel them best. Is it through the belly or through the lungs or through the nose, under the nose? Let's feel this or this body area where we feel our breath best. Together observing the beginning of a breath when we inhale to the finish of the inhale. Pause maybe if we have, and the beginning of the exhale and finish of the exhale. And pause we have here. Our anchor. Inhales, pauses and exhales. And body area where we feel the breath. Now let's pay attention, keeping those deep breaths, if we hear anything. Is it any sounds around us externally? Or is it maybe thoughts which are saying something to us at the moment? Continuing having those deep breaths, if we start to hear anything externally or internally, let's say quietly in our minds, I hear. Now let's pay attention if we feel anything. If we feel anything around us, as maybe something in our body, maybe pain, maybe discomfort, or maybe we feel very clearly how our body areas touching the surface, or maybe palms, our knees. Or maybe we feel emotion, joy, sadness, anger, or anything else. Let's pay attention what we feel at the moment. Is it any emotion or physical feeling draws us at the moment? And if we feel anything, let's say it in our minds, I feel. Now let's slowly open our eyes if we weren't already. We can remain our eyelids 2/3 closed, not intense sight. And let's observe now if anything externally draws our attention, draws our eyes. Or if anything internally draws our attention, as we see some visuals, any memories from the past maybe, or some visuals of the future, some scenarios. Let's have a couple of moments of observing if any internal or external visual draws us. And if it is, let's say quietly to our minds, I see it. Let's merge all three senses together. Let's try to do it. Having those deep inhales and exhales. If we are noticing that we see something, that our attention is drawn externally or internally to visuals. Let's say in our minds, I see it. When or if we notice that our ears catch some sound or we think something, let's say quietly in our minds, I hear it. And if we start noticing that we're feeling something, some emotion or some physical feeling, or maybe warmth or coldness, let's say quietly in our minds, I feel it. If at the moment I don't hear, feel, or see anything that draws my attention, I am just with those deep inhales and exhales until I notice which sense caught me and draw me in. And when I quietly say to myself, what was it? See, hear, or feel. Having those deep inhales and exhales. Being with our breaths. And also noticing if we feel, hear, or see, or maybe two of them all together, or maybe all three at the moment. If something catches our eyes around us, or maybe we see some visuals in our minds, if any sounds draw our attention, or maybe thoughts visited us, or maybe we feel anything emotionally, physically, in our bodies, all around us. having deep inhales and exhales as an anchor, together observing these senses. Hear, see, or feel. And that's all it. What we do today is feel our breaths and observe which sense or senses we feel at the moment, or see, or hear. Let's slowly release our attention to senses. And let's have deep inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. And third and the last deep inhale and exhale. Let's stretch our fingers and toes. Move our shoulders, our back a little bit. I would like you to observe how you feel at the moment. Is it anything different from the beginning of our meditation? And when feeling ready, let's continue our day. And I'm wishing you centered and mindful one.